Hi, welcome
Yay!
back to Mom and Jess Talk Show, one of our wonderful episodes in the Familyhood series. So today we're featuring a topic we refer to as sibling rivalry, dealing with sibling rivalry. So we'll have an amazing guest taking this later in the day. I just urge you all to stay tuned. The mother and her two lovely daughters, and they sure will do justice to this topic. In the meantime, I want Jess to say one or two things, with her life experience with regards to sibling rivalry before I take over. Over to you, Jess.
So, sibling rivalry is quite a big issue, and it also happens sometimes the parents cause it, or sometimes it just happens. But let me first start as this. So, maybe you've seen a movie where like all the kids are getting together and they're all playing together. Well, that is not reality. Reality is when you come back home, the whole place is a mess and your kids are fighting. So anyway, that's like normal for a normal human being and a normal family. And I just want to give you some tips on how you can just make sure that it doesn't happen that bad that it can make your kids' future miserable. But as long as there more than one kid in the house, and there is going to be sibling rivalry.
Absolutely.
So, firstly, so let me give you guys an example because not everyone is perfect. Like sometimes me and my brother have a fight, and then like sometimes I would be so angry, I would take his ball and hide it under my bed, and then he's like, where's my ball? Like everywhere, and then he just knows that she's the one. When I'm watching TV, he comes snooping around my room and finds his ball, and then I was like, oh no. And then also maybe he is mad with his twin sister, then he takes her teddy bear and hides it somewhere, then she starts crying, then my mom starts shouting at everyone, and then like yeah, so it's kind of normal, but it kind of gets like bad when it happens like when it actually lowers one of the kids' self-esteem and stuff like that. And if you don't end it, it can also get out of the family and into other places. Like for example, your older kid is bullying the younger kid, then the younger kid that thinks that it's right, then he goes out to school and starts bullying other children at school. That's how bullying sometimes happens though. So some tips that I want to give you guys is try and make a deal with them, because kids love it when you make a deal. For example, if you don't fight with your sister, I'll give you like sweets or something like that, or I'll pay you. That's what we used to do with my brother, because my brother and my younger sister have fights all the time. We have this chair at home that they don't want to leave alone. It cries sometimes, I guess. I feel for it sometimes. They cry because the legs go up, and then they feel that it's a toy and everyone wants to sit on it, then they start fighting over it. Then I'm like, no, this has to stop. Me and my mom, we're like, no, this has to stop, because it actually gets into our heads and drives us insane when they bicker and fight over it. So we told my brother, because he is older, and I feel that men should be able to put ladies first, because it will also come in the future when they'll have wives and they'll also have to respect other ladies. So we told him, if you let your sister to sit on this chair, just like whenever she comes and starts to fight, just say, okay, take it, and just leave it for her. We are going to give you sweets. Like we have sweets, we'll give him a fizzer, he'll be happy about that. He said okay. And then yeah, sometimes it happens, sometimes they fight and then we have to shout. Sometimes he just lets her go, and when he does let her to sit on it, she says, okay, you can have it back if you want, because she feels for him sometimes. So yeah, that's sometimes what happens in sibling rivalry. But besides that, like sometimes the parents just show much love for one than the other. Sometimes that really has to happen because maybe you have a child with special needs and then you have to care for them more than the others. you should sit down with the others and talk to them about it so they actually understand why you're doing this, so that they know that that's not mom's favorite, but it's actually because she has special needs that mom needs to take care of, and we're okay. So stuff like that, so that it ends sibling rivalry. And yeah, that's what I need to tell you. So you have to talk to them and make sure that everything is okay, everything is flatline. So another thing, sometimes kids like to tease each other, siblings like to joke around with each other. And should I say my brother is sometimes sensitive? So like maybe sometimes he likes to bite his nails a lot, then my mom just gives in a little joke. Then he gets like a bit sad, and then he's like, you like the girls more than me, you don't make fun of them, and all that type of stuff. So yes, I feel that it's not wrong that my mom is really doing that, but I feel that you need to like tell him that no, I'm just like joking, like it's not that bad. Like I used to have a friend, like just make up a story. I used to have a friend that she used to bite her nails so bad that she does not have any nails anymore, something like that. That's what I used to sometimes do. And then he used to have like a good self-confidence. So when my mom makes fun of him for that next time, he could just say, did you know that Jessica had a friend that she bit her nails so much that her nails came off, and stuff like that. So that's all I really need to share.
Thank you so much, Jess. Wow, you said so much. We forgot to mention the issue of the remote. Remote is another thing that they fight over in the home, and then you giving preference over what they should watch and who should watch and what time to watch and who is watching more than the other and who you're giving, it just goes on and on and on and on and on. And it's so much for every parent, sometimes you wonder the reason for the frustration they're putting on you, the reason for the pressure they're putting on you. But I think Jess has covered a whole lot, learning to pep talk the children individually, understanding their uniqueness, appreciating them for who they are, because I think that is where a lot of parents go wrong. You think this child is bolder, so you prefer her to the others. You might not necessarily say it out, but your actions does speak. Your expressions, the way you carry one child more than the other, does speak. So if actually you feel like, okay, this child is the brainy of the house, you shouldn't rub it off on the others. Make others try to find out the strength in others and also celebrate their little wins. So that is one way I think I try very well to meet up with every of the child, not to feel left out. You try to appreciate their strengths. Every child is good with something. It lies on the parents to discover that which the child is actually good in and try to let the child shine in that area. I remember when we started the Mom and Jess, it used to be a lot of struggle for the other siblings because they felt Jess was a priority. They felt Jess was always being put first. So sometimes I just, from time to time, I just get them together and we do something. I might not necessarily feature it because the purpose of this, as I said, is a calling, an assignment. So it's not an assignment to involve all my children, but just for them to feel, to have that feeling of being among. I can just once in a while just involve them, or just make a fun family video all together, and they feel like, oh, that's Mom and the J Squad, because I call them the J Squad all together. So just try as parents to create something that carries all the siblings along. Don't make anyone feel more brainy than the other. I don't believe any child is more brainy than the other. You as a parent just have to discover the beauty and the strength of every child, the potential of every child, and let that child shine with his or her potential. Well, with that being said, I would love to take a halt here, and I want you to please subscribe to our channel as we wait on to catch up with our guests. Until then, see you next time. Bye.
Bye.